What's going on, everyone? Milky here, back again with another one. Today, we've got a control deck or a counter deck really based around countering the top decks that are in the meta at the moment. Now, every single week, MarvelSNAP Zone put out a video and a deck tier list, which is based on the meta decks, and they rank them. And the tier 1 lists, actually, for this week are Shuri Zero, which essentially puts big power and big stats on the board. You've got Serical Surfer, which essentially is flooding the board on the final turn with a big Silver Surfer playline. And then the last one in Tier 1, which is the third deck there, is Zabu Darkhawk. So essentially playing large Darkhawks out on the board, doubling that with Mystique, you've got lots of power. Now, the deck that we've put together today, you know, it's not the perfect counter to all of these decks, but I think it does actually quite well into a lot of these meta decks, and it's really enjoyable to play. Now, I appreciate, you know, lots of people don't have access to all of these cards in the meta decks, you know, these Series 5 cards or full collections or whatever. So we're trying to give some options to those people. So we've made this a completely pool 3 deck. Hopefully you have access to all the cards, but there are some tech cards you can swap in and out easily. You know, key cards in the deck, we've got Iceman, Scorpion, negatively affecting what your opponent's doing. Scorpion's actually particularly good into Shuri decks. We've then also got Daredevil and Professor X, you know, predicting what your opponent's doing and seeing what they're doing and then potentially locking down a lane is very effective against a lot of these decks. We've got Rogue, particularly with Darkhawk and Zabu. She can steal their abilities and actually do really well into those decks just as a card by herself. We've then also got Shang-Chi, and Shang-Chi works super well into not only the Darkhawk decks, but as well as the Shuri decks, so he can provide really big swings there. Rescue, I think Rescue is an easy sub out for Jessica Jones. I think there's also merits for even having Jessica Jones over Rescue, but I think they both have potentially, you know, can do really well in this deck. We've then got the king of the deck, Doc Ock, and he can swing a game completely, or he can lose you a game. Doc Ock is a crazy card. He's a ton of fun to play. And I think particularly into these 3 decks, they want to play cards in specific orders and do certain things on their own terms. Doc Ock just throwing a spanner in those works. You can snipe things out with a Shang-Chi. You can follow up with a Rogue. Dr. Ock is awesome. So definitely he's a great inclusion in this list. Rounding out, we've got Magneto. Mainly a stack stick, but you can move around those 3 and 4 drops if needed as well. Hope you enjoy the gameplay. Stick around and check it out. We had a ton of fun playing this list. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy it or what you're enjoying in MarvelSNAP, what you're playing at the moment. If you're new here, subscribe. Also would appreciate it if you like the video. I'm going to jump off for now, but until the next one, I'll see you then. Let's see what he's got. What card does he have that has 9, like Warpath? But yeah, Warpath. So this is probably a Warpath then. Over there, yep. Okay. So, how does he win middle? How does he win middle to a... This pulls these 2, which is actually pretty awkward. It actually wins him the lane, so we don't want to do that. I think just Doc Ock. Doc Ock. Maybe he's going down like the Spectrum route. Ooh, this could turn out real bad. So we're assuming Destroyer here, right? If he destroys here, how does he win here? He has to play Spectrum here. It has to be Spectrum here. So if it's Spectrum here, we actually win with Iceman. Is that the read we're going with? We don't know what's coming out of his hand as well. Let's see if we can pull his Destroyer, because I don't think he's playing his Destroyer here. Feels like a Spectrum here. Feels like a Spectrum here. So if we can pull his Destroyer, that could be really funny. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't retreat. Okay, so I'm hoping this is a Spectrum. Destroyer. Oh, wait. Let's make sure that we haven't got... Iron Man. Okay. And Spectrum. Very nice. So it was Spectrum. We did get the read. Too good. Too good. Nice. Early game is looking really sweet. Probably too many 2-drops in our hand, but, you know, we can't complain. Because he held cards, I'm going to play Scorpion here. Hala can be a little bit awkward. We don't want to lose power here. Alright, glad we got that off. We can also storm this if he plays in here. I think I'm going to go Angela Daredevil. Patriot? Sure. Okay, his Patriot's safe from us then, which is a little awkward. We can't rogue it. You got Bishop, we got Uatu. Seems like an unfair trade to me. This isn't a great turn. Like, hesitant to do this, but maybe it is better. Alright, let's do this. Okay, he didn't play in there at all, so that's fine. Okay, I don't think he thought about that. He can't have thought about that. Okay, so our rogue is much less value right now, but we can block off an Ultron pretty easily. Yeah. Benefits your Patriot, but not the Mystique, unfortunately. So we've got a Misty Knight, got a Kazar. Okay, so we can do this. It does block him up a little bit more, which is actually probably pretty nice. We can also steal the Kazar, which is also pretty cool. So maybe we do. I think he's going to. On Ultron. So maybe we steal the Kazar and we like storm this out or something. I think this is just better. The Bishop is a little scary. But I think stealing the Kazar gives us a double buff here, which is pretty nice. He has Prio, so you could just play a he could just play a Onslaught here and win. Well, he thinks he's winning. A-bomb. Okay, that's interesting. But the rogue comes in for the win at the end. He didn't, like, consider us just, like, skipping or anything. Because we very easily also could have just skipped. This was an interesting play. 6-drop in this deck, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we only won 6-drop, so not a ton of benefit from it, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and get Daredevil out here. The hand's looking pretty good. They're in some good shape here. Okay, the Scorpion's a little annoying. It does keep our rescue in out of Shang-Chi range, though, which is kind of cool. The early storm. I don't know. I think we hold off on the storm here. We can steal this. I'm gonna assume it's probably a Surfer deck. We can mess him up next turn though with Surfer. Let's do this. We'll Doc Ock next turn, I think. Just jump in here with the Doc Ock. I think we're gonna Doc Ock. We'll see what he's got. This is almost certainly a Surfer deck now. Killmonger. Okay, Killmonger's fine. We're just gonna pull whatever he's got. We're just gonna pull it all. Silver Surfer first. Okay, that's the card we wanted. Maximus, Rock, and Polaris. Pulls over our... Okay, the Killmonger is actually quite impactful for him. So we can do Angela Rogue. Angela Rogue adds power here and here. It's not a lot of power though. It's like 4 power middle. It's actually not good at all. I think we need some Magneto. Pull 3 drops here. Is that even what we want to do though? Because we'd potentially pull important things. Nothing to Shang-Chi right now. I think this is our play. I think anything else is too close to losing. We still have a very high potential of losing with this. Oh my gosh, exact draw. Exact draw, crazy. Okay, so we got Ebony Moore. Okay, it's interesting. Do we want to pull things into this location? That could be pretty wild, actually. We'll have to see. No Shang-Chi in hand makes me not want to play Doc Ock. Okay, that's a little sad for him. Can do... We could actually save that location. This is a null. Yeah, I think this is almost certainly a null deck then. We need to hang on to our Shang-Chi, that's for sure. We can mess him up here, though. We can definitely mess him up here. So we have... No, we just lost initiative. It's almost certainly Galactus here. Galactus null. Which means we just don't play anything. And then we just Shang-Chi on the final turn. Oh, we actually have Rogue. We can Rogue. Ooh, no Galactus. We can do this. No, we can't. We can do this, though. Wait, he adds 3, 6. 6, we add 5. We go to 9. He goes to 8. I think we're good. Okay, last turn. He still has Prio. What we can do is Shang-Chi here. Do you think he's roguing? Do we think he's nulling? It feels like a null deck, but he didn't destroy anything, so... Is it null? Is it at the end of the game, so... Yeah, we get the snipe here. It's Shang-Chi. Very nice, very nice. I was expecting the Galactus to come out. I was expecting the Galactus, but... Very nice. Very nice. Way to race in the rafts, but... I mean, maybe we're faster than him, I don't know. Do we want the raft? We could take the raft here. Could also potentially even draw into a Professor X here, which could be quite impactful. Oh, we are absolutely roguing that. That is mine, sir. That is mine. I don't think there's a way he fills this up. Ooh, Orca. Okay. Never played Orca before. Okay. What do we got here? I think we could do the Doc Ock, Spider-Man. So this is awkward. This could be a Shang-Chi though too. Do we really want to do this? We could do this. We lock ourselves out, right? This kind of forces him to play in here, though. Oh, this is kind of awkward turn. So he could pull things, but then we have no idea what he's got. I think this forces his hand on the final turn. Okay, let's do this. Everything's coming out. Well, everything's got one thing. Oh, the Shang-Chi. Okay. That Dracula is very annoying. Nothing to Shang-Chi, which makes this very awkward. I think this is obviously our only play line. What is this? Chavez. Giganto. Oh. So actually the stealing this allowed us not to play into here. We'll see. Cloak. Okay. Cloak's a little interesting. I don't know what move decks run ongoing wise. I don't know if Storm's going to be great value this game. Okay. We'll prevent him getting the raft here with Magneto, I think. We could also like YOLO Doc Ock and just like snipe out a bunch of stuff potentially. But move decks, like he's running Wave. Maybe this isn't a move deck. This can be our final turn. I think Doc Ock might be better here. Is this a Galactus? Death? Okay. Destroyer? Okay. Psylocke, sure. And Galactus. Okay, so we can, we just, like, hold our Shang-Chi, right? That's our play? Sometimes it's like that with Doc Ock. Sometimes it's like that. A sick Galactus variant, by the way. But, we were just gonna rescue Shang-Chi. Call it a day. Alright, so we got Asgard here. Sure. Well, I think this is the Galactus player. So we run it back. Running it back. Alright, let's go ahead and do Daredevil. Yondu, okay. So Yondu tells me he's probably, well, not probably, but potentially a null player. So this is going to be his Galactus location. Rocks. Just great. We can like ruin his Galactus early if we want. Let's do it. Daredevil on a rock, okay. Wind, aid my hand. So he hasn't ramped yet, and he's played into all of these locations. Okay. Ooh, okay, so District X with Uatu. Monster Island and World Ship. Okay, so World Ship's actually really good to know. We can do this. And we just start kind of skipping, I guess. Could also seeing if we did no, Storm was a bit too late. So I think we want to do this. And then we skip again. Okay, so his Angela's is gone. Alright, World Ship goes off. These cards aren't great for us, so we're going to skip. There's some high level Uatu value. He had Uatu too. Crazy. Okay, so Cerebro 4 is a thing. I don't think it's a good thing. Cerebro 4. How do we make Cerebro 4 work? We play. You keep this at 4. No, we can't. We'd run out of board space. Alright. Cerebro 4. The Cerebro 4 dream on World Ship is over. Okay, Killmonger. Sure. Slightly awkward, but I think we still play Sarah. See what he's got. He might have a death. This kind of looks like a death deck. Alright, so we lose our R2. Means we're only going to be able to play Magneto this turn, unless we draw a 1-drop. Onslaught's no help to anyone. He seems to have a good hand. We go to 20 here. He's got to have 7 or more. Let's see if he's got it. Probably does. Professor X, my friend, that's not enough. The Uatu winning playline. Very nice.